Hello, I'm Roger Cooper, and welcome to the American Health Journal's special report on discoveries in alternative medicine. Science has proven that the human body is naturally designed to exist in excellent health. Some say we have built within us every mechanism necessary to support that state. The keys to achieving these higher levels of health are found in discovering how to activate the remarkable healing powers already resident within all of us. Today, we investigate a new technology called LifeWave.
What if we had a way of wirelessly communicating with the human body to improve energy levels? So I began a private study over the course of 3 years, and what resulted was a LifeWave prototype patch. Instead of using drugs, stimulants, or nutrients to improve energy flow, energy production, and communication, we are using a more natural principle. As an example, we go out in the sun and a frequency of light, UV light, will cause our body to have a tan. So LifeWave technology is about stimulating acupuncture points in the body without needles, using different frequencies of energy for producing beneficial changes within the cell. So it's very much the same as we go out in the sun and a frequency of light will cause our body to make vitamin D. This is just based on principle that we can use other frequencies of light to cause other changes within the body.
So what the LifeWave patches do, they take advantage of that information system that we have, and through the ingredients that are in the patches, they actually reflect frequencies of light. Everything is energy. So our bodies are energy. I mean, even solid materials energy. So the frequency of light is a form of energy, and it communicates through those acupuncture channels, and it amplifies the effect of whatever the patch is, whatever message the patch is sending. So different patches send different signals based on their frequency.
One of the things I'm most proud of is the extent to which we pursue clinical research and conduct our clinical research. We've been doing this since 2002, and we have multiple double-blind, placebo-controlled studies using various diagnostic techniques to show that LifeWave is a legitimate phenomena. Some of the research studies that we have done include blood analysis, urine tests, capnometer tests which show increased levels of energy production from the body. We have done heart rate variability studies to show that the products are safe for the human heart. We have done tissue conductivity studies to show that these patches do in fact stimulate acupuncture points. We've also done medical infrared imaging studies to show the thermal effects of the patches. So the scientific proof that this is in fact legitimate is quite expansive.
Now with a report on pain management, here's our reporter, Laura Windsor.
As the development of LifeWave technology progressed, Medical Director Dr. Steve Haltiwanger explains how they have discovered applications in the management of pain.
What I've seen is that this technology can have very rapid and effective pain control. And what we're doing is we've learned that the body's skin is electrically sensitive. And so there are different points on the skin that are more conductive than others that are known as acupuncture points. And when we have tested the patches with electronic diagnostic equipment, we can find that putting patches in proximity to each other, close together, we see that we can actually measure a change in skin potential or skin conductance. Both of them change. So what we see is we immediately change, in a sense, the field of the area, the electrical properties of the area. It's very rapid. And so by putting the patches on an area of pain, we can do this, and it's a very rapid form of application, and people can have very immediate responses. So if somebody has a sprained ankle in a football game, you literally can put patches on, and sometimes in 30 to 40 seconds, they notice that the pain is just diminished significantly, sometimes gone.
42 years ago, Don Collins was severely wounded in combat in Vietnam. After enduring countless surgeries, he lived the last 4 decades on painkillers until he was exposed to this technology.
Within 3 minutes, I was from a 10 to a 1 with the patches. And being on drugs as long as I have every day for 42 years, I was taking morphine every 6 minutes, All I had to do was push the button. Every hour on the hour, they bring in another cc of morphine. Every 2 hours, they bring in another morphine, and they would also bring in 3 Percocets. Nothing was even scratching the surface as far as the pain. LifeWave is the first thing in 42 years that has been able to stop pain without a narcotic. And there's nothing that goes into the body. I mean, it's a miraculous. It's the most wonderful thing I've had.
Complaint, a muscle weakness, if you will, back to normal with the simple application of the patches.
But can this technology help on an everyday level? We talk with Dr. Thomas Budzinski, an associate professor at Washington State University in Seattle, about his research.
We were intrigued with the fact that reports were coming in on the patches reducing the stresses of everyday life. And so we carried the study out with an N of 20 in each group. With a double-blind study, they gave us placebo patches. The experimenter not knowing which patch he was putting on. We made measures of heart rate variability, which has a component called very low frequency, and it decreased. Now that's good because VLF, as it's called, goes up under stress and anxiety. With the patches, it went down. With the placebos, it did not go down. That was good. Another thing we measured was brainwave activity, and the patches produce more alpha. Now, more alpha is identified with people who are more relaxed, people who meditate, that sort of thing.
We studied 7 organs. We studied the liver, the gallbladder, the small intestine, the large intestine, the adrenal glands, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, the gallbladder. The people in the study wore the patches 7 days a week for 12 hours a day. Each client was measured at weekly intervals to see their organ function at the cellular level as well as their organ function at the organ level. We noticed that in all patients we had a highly significant statistically increasing function in all of the major organs that we studied.
Before, my life was just trying to get by, trying to find a way to get through the day, because by the time I got home, I was so ready to just hit the couch. That was always my comment. Now, I have plenty of energy. We go and we do, and I work all day long, and I still have plenty of energy. As a chiropractor, there's times that you have patients that don't respond, or they don't respond as well as other people do to your care. And the majority of the time, it's because of the toxic load on the body. The body's meant to be a self-healing organism. But if you have so many toxins the body's having difficulty dealing with, that if you can reduce the toxic load, the body will then respond with more ease. So it's been great because the patients think that you're the smartest person on earth because all of a sudden everything you do works. We kept thinking at the time, we thought, oh wow, if people get out of pain and have all these problems cured, what's that going to do to my practice? It's going to destroy practice. And instead, we get phone calls now from people calling and saying, oh, I understand you're the doctor that can fix anything.
I am constantly pursuing research and development of new embodiments of LifeWave technology, and my passion is in the field of anti-aging. I think some of the things that we have to look forward to is new and better ways of stimulating energy flow through the body for improving our health and dramatically extending lifespan.
Thank you for joining us for the American Health Journal Special Report,